Yo, what's going on guys? Dark Monster here, and today we're going to talk about MTG Arena, the new closed beta, currently online game for the trading card game. And basically what this is it's a combination, kind of like a middle ground between what is MTGO and what is the older games such as Duels of the Planeswalkers and the Magic Duels, which was the first free version. And today what we're going to talk about focuses mainly around packs and deck building and so on and so forth. So when you start the game, you will start with 10 different pre-constructed kind of starter decks, pre-made decks, and they are surprisingly really good for being pre-built and just given to you. And they all pretty much adhere to the theme that they're trying to do. And they all kind of go with the guilds that they represent. So, red-green, dinosaurs, green-black, explorer, blue-red, spellslinger, green-white, cat token things, black-red pirates, white-black vampires, blue-green merfolk, blue-black control, red-white aggro, and then blue-white kind of control. So all of those are pretty good. My personal favorite was the Sun Empire dinosaur deck. It was very much a me kind of deck for a lot of what I've done in the standard format. A lot of ramping, a lot of big dumb creatures, and a lot of shenanigans along the way just to make sure I get there. It's a very fun deck actually. A lot of enrage mechanics built in. And after that would probably be the River Heralds deck or the Explorer deck. So, you know, there's a good mix. A little bit of everything, a little bit of control, a little bit of aggro and tribal and stuff. It's actually pretty good. But from there, you basically complete challenges. So these are currently resetting for me, but they can be something such as cast 15 blue-red spells, or attack with 15 creatures, or win 2 games with a green-white deck, so on and so forth. Those give you a variable amount of gold when you complete them. And then these here will either give you gold and a card, or just a card whenever you win a game. And the more you win, the more it scales up, and it gives you better and better cards, or more and more gold, or both, or whatever, to a certain extent, and then it resets and starts over. And then this here, within 1 week, if you win 5, 10, and 15 games, it gives you packs, which is actually very, very handy and kind of quickly expands your collection every week. Now, as you can see here, I have 850 gold. Fortunately, it's not enough to buy packs, and at the moment, the only way to get a pack is to go to the store and pay 1,000. There's a framework for gems, which would be the premium currency, the buy currency with real money, the microtransaction, which is unfortunate that they're going to have that, but it looks like that's the case, and then redeem codes, which I don't have any to redeem. But at the moment, you can only do gold. I'm assuming WotC has employees that have gems. And then as you'll see here, when you open a pack, you get not only the regular cards, but you also get these. These are called wild cards. You can see I have 2 common, 2 uncommon, a rare, and 0 mythic at the moment. Now, if we go here to collection, and you can see again 1, 2, and 2. And let's say I just pick a single card. Pick Slash of Talons. It's a common. Confirm. And similar to Hearthstone, it crafts the card. It doesn't use dust and a variable amount based on rarity and everything else. It just says, have one of these. It's same quality as the card you're trying to make. Boom, here you go, you can have it. You can do that for any card that you can have. So that's pretty much the easiest way to fill out a deck if you're missing cards that you want to put in there and you have the appropriate wild cards. And again, not every pack will have them, but some packs will have 2, some packs will have 1, and they come in very, very handy. Not only do you get cards from opening packs and crafting them and doing challenges, but once you open enough packs and cards and everything else, you'll complete this right here, which is the vault. And once it reaches 100%, it gives you packs, cards, and wild cards to further expand your collection, and then it resets back down to 0 so you can do it again. And that is another way to quickly burst stuff into your collection, which is very, very nice. At the moment, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So I have 20 decks here total, 10 of which I filled myself, 10 of which they gave me. And I pretty much have just built around whatever they give me. I played with the pre-constructed decks for a very long time, probably close to a week. And they basically got me enough gold and packs to get something and build around it. I opened some pretty good rares and uncommons for a merfolk deck, so I built that, and same with vampires, and I opened a Zakama, and I like control, so I built a Naya control deck around Zakama, which was kind of fun and doesn't quite work how I wanted to, so it still needs some tweaking, but it's fun. I crafted a Revel in Riches, built a control deck that wants you to get treasures, a black-green control deck that just kills spells and ramping into big dumb creatures, such as Carnage Tyrant. Locust God deck that doesn't currently work very well, a Scarab God deck that kind of works okay. I opened 2 Azors, so I built a blue-white control deck. You know, I kind of based what I do based on what they give me, which was very fun. It's been a very fun experience so far. And as you can see, we go to, let's say, the Merfolk deck. That's probably the easiest to kind of see. You have 2 different views. You have this one where you can see your cards, your entire collection here, plus your wild cards, and your current deck here, the name, the picture that represents it, the curve, and this is the filter for your pool. So search bar, you can search anything like opt, shows your opt. Sort by color, sort by multicolor, including ones that aren't just in the casting cost, colorless, craftable, just lands, and then advanced. You do color, craftable, CMC, rarity, card type, and owned and unowned. And then not only can you see the information of cards you can put in and whatnot, you also click here for more details. It'll show you a more in-depth analysis of your curve, your type of cards, where they sit on the curve, your colors of cards, exact percentage of what they are, your ratios here, and your overall CMC of your deck. And then you can also edit the deck quite easily. You can either drag things in and whatnot, what have you, click things in. You can craft things from here as well if you wanted. But as you can see, as I hover over the name of the card, it goes red. Over the number, it goes green. That indicates how easy it is for me to edit this. So if I want to click this, I took out one of these, go over here to the number, click it, it brings another one in. Very simple, very easy. Same thing can be said for lands, and as soon as you, here, let's click this here, because this button will actually provide a different view. Card collection is up here, and your deck is down here, in a kind of organized CMC. Doesn't quite give you the totals, but you can go and click your details, and should tell you, no, it doesn't tell you in detail, so you do have to go here. However, you can edit the picture to whatever you want by just dragging it there. You can also rename it. I like the Hedon's card for that. You can rename it if you want. But the lands will automatically go in the second you place a card, and it'll base it off of color of card, and if you have multiple colors and things that auto sort them. And even if you go to lands and add in colorless lands and dual lands and anything else, it'll adjust the ratios of the basics around that, and it'll always default to 24. So if you want more, you have to manually edit that. But short of that, everything is pretty much seamless and very, very easy. Obviously up to 4 ofs because it's a playset in the Magic rules, and yeah, it's just very easy, very simple, very intuitive as well. So that has been that. Again, don't have any packs, so I can't quite show you what it looks like to open them, but hopefully again in the future. And that's that at the moment. Oh, that's right, there was one other thing I wanted to talk about in decks. There is the sideboard here. I'll show you here. As you can see, the sideboard is empty. That's because at the moment there is no sideboarding. It's just best 1 of 1 with each opponent. Play a game, you either win or lose, and then you go to the main menu on another opponent, repeat. They plan on implementing a best of 3 so you can get your sideboard, and at the moment that will radically change deck building. So things like Naturalize will probably be shifted over out of the main deck into the sideboard. But at the moment, that is not the case. So, with that out of the way, I believe that is everything. So hopefully you've enjoyed and learned something. Hopefully you're interested. Go ahead and sign up. It's still in closed beta, or wait for it to come out. And by then it might change. It might wipe what I have now, because it wiped before this current iteration, which came out with the Rivals of Ixalan. So, or was it Rivals? Can't quite remember now, it's been too long. Regardless, it came out fairly recently with some changes and polished up and looking good, so if you're interested, sign up for the beta or wait for the full release, and hopefully I'll see you in game. Bye.